you don't have any cards, you can use some thick paper and fold this into half to make a card. I'm starting off by drawing a heart shape on a piece of card. I find this useful for getting that perfect shape. You can use different sizes for templates. I'm going to draw around my heart template. And mixing a light brown, I'm going to fill in the centre. Once dried, I'm just going over this with some deeper brown shades. This gives it a bit more definition. And adding some semicircles around the edge of the heart. I want this to look like lace. This is a simple way to achieve this. I'll be painting a rose in the centre. Check out my video on easy floral painting ideas, where I explain more about painting these roses and many other floral designs. And on the side of the rose, I'm going to add some leaves. For my next heart, using a template again, just drawing around it. And in the centre, I'm going to draw out a bow. You can find templates online. Using a light pink shade of paint, I'm going to paint the main part of the heart and painting around the bow that I've drawn out. Mixing a darker shade of pink, I'm adding some small dots on the heart, while the paint is slightly wet, so the paint can bleed out. Rubbing out some of the lines on the bow. Using that same shade of pink, I'm just going to paint the bow. Using a darker shade of pink and shading parts in to give it more depth. For the final heart, I'm using a larger template and drawing around it, and using a smaller template for the middle. Using a light pink paint and filling in the smaller heart in the centre. Let this dry, and using a different paint shade, fill in the outer heart with a darker shade, just going around the edge. And using a darker brown to go round the edge. Once this has dried, I'm using a dark pink to make the lines on this part of the small heart and connecting it. I want the effect of making these look like embroidery stitches. Using a white gel pen to add some dots to the middle of the heart. Once these have dried, I'm going over some parts with some colour pens and a white gel pen. Choosing the cards I want to use for the hearts. For this one, I've decided to choose this brown card. Using a ruler, I'm going around the sides and ripping off any excess paper. This gives it a really nice vintage look. Using some paper from an old book and sticking this all together on the card. For this heart, I'm just going to cut around it. I'm going to rip some crepe paper and stick this down the centre. And I'm going to crinkle this as I go down the card. I'm also adding some paper from an old book too, and sticking the heart in the centre. And using some pink watercolour, I'm going round the edge of the card. For my final card, I'm going to add some paint around the edge of the card. I've already cut out this heart and I'm just going to place this in the centre of the card. And here are my vintage Valentine's cards. For some more heart-shaped illustrations, check out my Instagram. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.